Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It is now week 4 in the NFL, so we're back with my weekly NFL predictions. If you enjoy the content, make sure you do like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. I'm hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2025, so if you could help me towards that goal, I would greatly appreciate it. But with all that said, let's get to my week 4 predictions, and as always, we start with the previous week recap. And yeah, it's lots of red. I'll be honest, a lot of these games were extremely unpredictable. Like, did we expect the Bengals to shit the bed like they did? Did we expect the Falcons to shit the bed like they did? Who's to say, really? Who's to say, really? But we'll start at the top. So the Bills beat the Dolphins 31-21. Browns beat the Packers. How am I supposed to predict that? Browns beat the Packers 13-10. Colts beat the Titans 41-20. Not even close, really. Vikings beat the Bengals 48-10. Bengals are severely missing Joe Burrow right now. The Steelers beat the Patriots 21-14. Eagles beat the Rams, which was, man, I love seeing the Rams lose, guys. But Eagles beat the Rams 33-26. Buccaneers beat the Jets 29-27. A little closer at the end, but for the most part, I'd say the Buccaneers had that game in hand. Commanders beat the Raiders 41-24. I don't know what to make of the Raiders right now, guys. Panthers beat the Falcons 30-0. I don't know. If you put money on that game, I feel bad for you, son, because that was insane. Jaguars beat the Texans 17-10. Chargers beat the Broncos 23-20, which, man, that was a really good game. I enjoyed that one. My Seahawks beat the Saints. We didn't just beat the Saints, guys. It was a domination. It was insane what we just saw. So, yeah, Seahawks beat the Saints 44-13. Bears beat the Cowboys 31-14, which Cowboys, just no pass rush whatsoever. And now CD's hurt, so it's just not looking good for the Cowboys right now. 49ers beat the Cardinals. Man, I don't know. I don't know what to make of the 49ers right now. And the Cardinals, you should have won this game. Chiefs beat the Giants 22-9. Shocker to anybody and everybody. Lions beat the Ravens. It was a really good game. Honestly, Ravens kind of just squandering it, but unfortunately 7-9 on last week's predictions. Like I said, that was just a tough one. That was genuinely tough. After week 3, I'm 30-18. It sucks. It really sucks. But, you know, we're still at it. Now over to my weekly top 5 ranking. Coming in at number 5, I still think they're a really, really good team. I think their defensive line is still really good. I think their secondary just has to hold up, and I think their offense has to figure some shit out, especially after last week. And I know it was against a really good Browns defense, but their offense has to figure some shit out for sure. Number 4, I do have the Chargers. I think the Chargers are really, really good. I love their offense. I love what they're able to do. I just need them to establish the run a little bit more, and we can see a lot of good things happen for the Chargers. Number 3 didn't change for me. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers are the 3rd best team. I think they find ways to win. I think their offense is really good. They're extremely hampered at wide receiver right now, but if they can, not just wide receiver, just in general, but if they can get a lot of these key players back, I think this team is going to be very, very competitive when the playoffs roll around. Number 2, best team in the NFC is the Eagles. Eagles just find a way to win. I think we were asking for more of a passing attack from this team, and we definitely got it this week. They struggled for the first half, but after the first half, they did not struggle again. And I just really like what I'm seeing from this Eagles team. And the number 1 team I got is Buffalo, man. They're the most dominant team in every single facet of the game. Their defense, when they show up, extremely good. Their offense almost never doesn't show up. I think I contradicted myself, but the offense always shows up. They just need to make sure that they show up in the playoffs against the Chiefs. That is the only thing against the Bills right now, in my opinion. And now we're starting off with Thursday Night Football. It is my Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals. You know what's funny? I'm actually going to, when these two play in Seattle, I'm going to that game. So it's going to be awesome. I'm going to record a whole vlog and everything. So hopefully we get that out on the channel. But starting off with the Seahawks, it was a 100% domination last week. Was that a one-off? We will find out this week. I think their defense is figuring their shit out. They are getting a lot of depth back in our defense, so I'm very excited to see what we can do on defense going forward with all of our key players back. So it's a lot of question marks on this team. I think week 1 we struggled a lot. Week 2 we struggled for the first half, but after that we were pretty great, and in week 3 it was utter domination on all sides of the ball. So we just need to kind of be a little bit more consistent going forward. And just Sam Darnold, I need him to play that well every single week. I think he is fitting into this offense a little bit more after week 1, and I'm just excited to see more from this Seahawks team for sure. As for the Cardinals, Marvin Harrison Jr. needs to figure it out. He's dropping balls that he should not be dropping. I know the harp on him last year was he wasn't the size that he needed to be. So he bulked up. He's bulky now, but now he just can't catch the ball. So he needs to figure his shit out, absolutely. And sadly, no James Conner for this team going forward. I believe it was his ankle is just in horrible condition. So prayers up to him. Hopefully he can get back and healthy next season. But yeah, no James Conner for the rest of the year. I think their defense is good. They need to keep it up. They absolutely need to keep it up. I think the NFC West is the best division for defense. I'm not very confident in this pick, but I got the Seahawks. I got the Seahawks 24, Cardinals 20. I just think the Seahawks defense is going to surprise more people as the season continues to go on, and I genuinely hope my Seahawks get the dub here. Moving over to our Sunday games, we have a super early window game in Dublin. It's at 7:30 Mountain Standard Time, which is my time. So yeah, it's the Minnesota Vikings at the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for the Vikings, I want us to pump the brakes. Don't kid yourself. That defense was a one-off. You guys looked really, utterly dominant against the Bengals, but the Bengals gave up. They gave up after the first quarter of the game, genuinely. And it was super apparent when you were watching the game. So congrats. And I know, I think it was Isaiah Rodgers is his name. Kudos to you. You had the game of your life. Come back down to earth a little bit. You guys are great, but continue that every single week, and then we can talk. I don't think Carson Wentz is the long-term answer that you need. You definitely need JJ back, and even JJ's questionable to me right now. I know it's his rookie year right now, but yeah, Carson Wentz is not your long-term answer whatsoever. Their offense still worries me a lot. I just don't think they're using Justin Jefferson enough. I don't think their run game is serviceable against good teams, and I just think the Bengals, like I said, they gave up last week, so we'll see what they can do against this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. And for the Steelers, I think their defense finally showed up. They still gave up over 350 yards on just offense. Their defense gave up. So I don't know what to make of this defense yet. So I just need to see more bodies of work for this defense, and then we can see what they have going forward. I think Warren looks exactly how I thought he would, and he looks very mid. So I'm not sure if he was worth all the money that you paid him, but you paid him. So you got to keep relying on him, but I'm just not seeing the consistent work that you need out of this run game for this offense to be good. And yeah, I just don't think Aaron Rodgers has it anymore. I think he just needs to game manage, but he's trying to make a little bit too many of plays. So we'll see what they look like going forward. And yeah, I really have the Vikings coming back down to earth. I got the Steelers in this one. I got the Steelers 23, Vikings 20. I just don't think the Vikings are going to be as good with Wentz. So yeah, I got the Steelers in this one. Now moving over to our early window of games on Sunday, we have the Washington Commanders at the Atlanta Falcons. So for the Commanders, same old Mariota, man. He just fumbles the ball a lot. He looks great. He really does. And I'm an Oregon fan. I loved him at Oregon. I rooted for him when he was in Tennessee, but he does the same shit. He has the same issues year after year. Any opportunity he gets, he fumbles the ball. And it really irks me because I think he can be a good quarterback in this league, but he just gets in his own way too much. So I think they need Jaden Daniels back as soon as possible for this team to be ultra successful for sure. I still don't like this run game. I don't understand the trading of Robinson. I really don't. And I don't see what they see in these running backs that they have currently on their roster. So we'll see what they got going forward. I think their defense is still good. I just need to see more. We always talk about how veteran their defense is. I just need to continue to see it every single week. So I'm hoping we do see that against this Atlanta Falcons team that struggled on offense last week. So for the Falcons, Penix was awful last week. He was awful, but he needs to regain. He needs to have the memory of a goldfish, forget last week, focus on this week, and do tremendously better in order for this team to be successful. They definitely need to feed Bijan. I just think this team needs to be a run-heavy team, be a heavily attacking the run game consistently. I know Michael Penix is supposed to be your franchise quarterback. He doesn't need to throw the ball 30 to 35 times a game. I think you need to just feed Bijan and let Bijan be Bijan, because I think he's a great running back. So let him be great. I think his defense was not the issue last week, though. I don't think the defense is an issue for this team. I think their offense needs to just figure their shit out. I do have the Commanders in this one, though, guys. I got the Commanders 27. I got the Falcons 20. I think the Falcons are going to continue to struggle on offense until they figure their shit out. Our next game is the New Orleans Saints at the Buffalo Bills. Who scheduled this? This is awful, honestly. So we'll start with the Saints. I mean, You got to at least try. You got to at least try on offense, defense, and special teams, man. Their special teams is a giant issue for this team, but you got to try. You just got to show up. And they just did not last week. They were extremely just, I don't even know, razzled. I don't know. They just looked like an awful team last week. They looked like the team that was tanking for the number 1 overall pick, which I'm not sure if you like any of the quarterbacks coming into the league next year. So we'll see. We'll see what they want, because Spencer Rattler, I'm sorry, and I no hate on the guy. He is not the guy, though, and I'm not shocked whatsoever, because I said this at the beginning of the year. I don't know what the Saints are doing, but I think it's pretty obvious now. They are tanking. So, yeah, I really don't have much else to say about the Saints. As for the Bills, I think their defense is going to show out this week. I genuinely think their defense is going to be utterly, utterly dominant this week. So I'm very excited to see it. We might get the second shutout in 2 weeks, so we'll see. I think their offense is probably the best in the league. I think Josh Allen is tremendous. James Cook is looking great. Kincaid is a great tight end for this team, and I love seeing Coleman. I just need them to feed Coleman more. He is looking a lot better in year 2, so I'm hoping to see that consistency. Shocker to absolutely nobody. We got the Bills in this one. I got the Bills 40. I'll be surprised if the Saints score 10 points, but yeah, I got the Bills heavy in this one. Our next game is the Cleveland Browns at the Detroit Lions. So this might be a trap game for the Lions, but we'll see. So for the Browns, their defense is top tier, but too bad their offense is shit. Their offense is so bad. I hate watching their offense. It is time to bench Joe Flacco for one of these rookie quarterbacks. I don't care which one. I'm not a huge Shador fan. Nothing against the guy. I just didn't see what everybody saw in him in college, or people were saying that he was going to be a top 5, top 10 pick. I didn't really see it in college. And I think Dylan Gabriel is better right now, but we'll see what the future has. But you definitely need to go to one of these rookies. And I just think Judkins looks decent. I like what I'm seeing. I know he's got controversial shit outside of the game, but I'm just talking about him as the player in the game. I like what I'm seeing. Just continue to feed Judkins the ball, absolutely. As for the Lions, their defense is coming into form again. Their offense is coming into form again. They are identifying or getting an identity, and I really, really love what I'm seeing for their offense and defense, and I hope we continue to see it grow and mold going forward. I'm very excited. And David Montgomery, man, he still got a little bit, man. I think you still have that two-headed backfield, but I know Jahmyr Gibbs gets a majority of the carries. I still think David Montgomery's got a little bit left in the tank. So I'm excited to see this Lions team every single week. And I think their defense is going to be dominant this week as well. So I got the Lions in this one. I got the Lions 27, Browns 13. I don't expect this game to be very close, but I expect the Lions to kind of keep it close for a little bit before they kind of take off later in the second half. Next, I got the Carolina Panthers at the New England Patriots. So for the Panthers, I don't know what this team's good at. Are they good at running the ball? No. Are they good at passing the ball? Not really. I just don't know what this team is good at, and I'm just kind of afraid every single time Bryce Young drops back because the offensive line can't protect him. But I guess we'll see. They had 0 sacks last week in a shutout. How does that happen? I don't know. I think it was just the Falcons were just shit. The Falcons just didn't know what to do. They looked awful. It was just awful. It was awful to see. I think they need to utilize Tet McMillan a lot more, though. He is a freak athlete, genuinely. I love watching Tet every single time he's on the field. They need to figure out more ways to get him the ball, absolutely. As for the Patriots, nothing at all from the run game. I do not like what I'm seeing. They fumbled it I think it was on the 1 yard line, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this team just does not look good running the ball. They need to figure their shit out, absolutely. I don't understand why you're asking Drake May to throw the ball 37 plus times a week. It just genuinely doesn't make sense to me. It baffles me, absolutely. I just don't understand why you feel like you need to run the ball or pass the ball that much. You have running backs on your roster for a reason. You have so many other ways to get your players the ball. You need to figure out some other way, because Drake May dropping back 37 times, I do not like it. I do not like it whatsoever. They need Christian Gonzalez back ASAP for this defense to be really good. He is the cornerstone of their defense. They need him back immediately. And from what I've heard, it's more than likely he will play this week. So I do have the Patriots in this one. I get the Patriots 30, Panthers 24. If you're a betting man, I would stay away from this game. I don't know which of these pieces of shit smell less. Sorry for the graphic image there, but next game is the LA Chargers at the New York Giants. So for the Chargers, this is a trap game. do not fall for this trap game. Absolutely, LA, please do not fall for this trap game. This is a typical LA Chargers just trap game. They typically will come in sleeping in this game. Whenever they are looking really good like they are, they will sleep on this game. So do not fall for it this week, LA, please. Herbert is my candidate right now for MVP. He is looking tremendous. I know he didn't throw the ball exceptionally well. He had a pick and one TD last week, but I still think he is just a tremendous athlete, and he's just getting it done for this team. And I love what I'm seeing. So hopefully we can continue to see from Herbert, because I like Justin Herbert. Like I've been saying, I'm an Oregon fan. I loved him in Oregon, and I just haven't seen it in the NFL yet. So it really feels like he's balling out this year. So hopefully we can continue seeing that. But they need to figure out the run game as soon as possible. I know Najee Harris is out, but you have to retool. You have to figure it out. You really need to, because the run game is the only way for this team to be extremely successful going forward. As for the Giants, Jackson Dart is to start. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but thank God. I was defending Russell Wilson, and I am a Russell Wilson defender, but Russell Wilson was awful. He was so bad. He was so bad last week, and even I can't defend his play last week. He threw for over 400 yards against the Cowboys and then just shit himself against the Chiefs last week. And they had so many opportunities to win that game last week against the Chiefs, and they just continued to not do it. And it is so annoying to see. So Jackson Dart gets the start. We'll see what he looks like. Hopefully he's better than Russ, and I don't think he can be worse. I think they need to start and prioritize Scatabo. He is really, really good. He's a tremendously good athlete. I think he is going to be a breath of fresh air for this team. I think you go with him and you don't look back. I think their defense is fine, but their secondary is just okay. I think their defensive line can get them into really good situations, but their secondary just has to hold up a little bit better. And I know it was against the Kansas City Chiefs last week, and the Kansas City Chiefs tend to pretty much pick you apart, but I'm kind of optimistic on this team. But This game scares me. If you're a betting person, I would not bet on this game. I got the Chargers, though. I got the Chargers 27, Giants 17. Like I said, this is a stay away from me. I would not bet on this game because this is a classic trap game. Our next game is the Philadelphia Eagles at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So for the Eagles, battle of the undefeateds as well. This is going to be an awesome game. So for the Eagles, I just need to see more from the offense. I thought they played really good in the second half last week. Look, when are we going to see that again? Was that a one-off? Is it not a one-off? What are we thinking? I really, really don't know. I don't know what to make of this Eagles team, but we'll see. We'll see, man. I'm hoping we continue to see an offense like that, but is their defense good? I don't know. I don't know what to make of this Eagles team. They look good in a lot of ways, and I think because they beat the Chiefs, they've played well in some of the games that they've played, but at times I'm like kind of bewildered by this team as well. Like, they struggle in ways that I didn't expect them to struggle, but we'll see. I also do need to see more out of Saquon. They're just not as dominant as they were last year, but at the same time, they were so dominant last year. So we'll see. We'll see what this team's got going forward. I just have more questions for the Eagles than answers right now. Our next game is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, next we'll talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Apologies for that. So Baker, I think he's number 2 in my MVP right now. I think Baker is a tremendous talent, and I love seeing Baker every single week. He is just such a good and fun person to root for. I love Baker. I'm hoping he continues to have a great year. I love feeding Bucky Irving, but 25 carries for 66 yards, that is going to the well, like trying so hard every single time, and I respect it, honestly, because a lot of teams don't do this. They give it like maybe between 9 and 13 carries, and if their running back's not getting it, then they stop, and that happens more often than not. But 25 carries for 66 yards, I love it. I say continue it, absolutely. No Mike Evans for a few weeks. That really, really sucks. I don't know if Chris Godwin's back quite yet, but Emeka Ibuka, Tez, it is your time. You guys got to shine now, and I'm excited to see what this team's got. Unfortunately, because of the injuries, I do have the Eagles in this one. I got the Eagles 27, Buccaneers 24. I hope the Buccaneers pull it out, but unfortunately, I just think the injuries at wide receiver are going to hamper this team more than help this team. Next is the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans. Battle of the it's the opposite of the game that we just talked about. It's the battle of winless teams. So for the Titans, when are they going to fire their coach? And I hate asking for a guy's job like that, but he is just not doing it. Their offense looks awful. Their defense looks even worse. I just don't know what to make of this team. And I get it. They are still so far away from being good, but you can't be this bad. I genuinely don't understand how you're this bad. I like what I'm seeing from Cam Ward. He plays like an NFL quarterback, and I like what I'm seeing, but I just don't think he has the right pieces around him. Tony Pollard is looking as good as I thought he would, which is not. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this Titans team. I want them to be good. I want Cam Ward to be successful, but I'm just not seeing it right now. So I think this team's got a lot of changes that they got to make before they can even sniff good. Next is the Texans. CJ has to figure it out today. Today is Wednesday that I'm recording this. He needs to figure it out right this second, right now, because he is playing like shit. And everybody is clowning on him for it because he big brothered Caleb, and now he is just not playing well. So CJ, you got to figure it out 1,000%. This O-line, awful. Their O-line is dog shit. They can't run the ball for anything, and their offense is just abysmal every single week. But you got to dink and dunk. You got to figure it out. You got to do gadgets. You got to do anything to get this offense going because they just look like shit every single week. And I think this defense is just way too good for this team to be this awful. You need to figure it out. And with that said, I'm sorry. I think I got the Texans in this one. This is also a stay away game. I would not bet on this one. This is going to be an awful game to watch. I got the Texans 24, Titans 23. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this game. I don't know what to make of either of these teams, but that does lead us into the late window of games. We have the Indianapolis Colts against the LA Rams. This could be really, really good. I'm really excited to watch this game this week. So for the Colts, when will Daniel Jones return to earth? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. He's playing phenomenal football right now, and I love what I'm seeing. I did not expect to see this, especially with all the questions they were having in the preseason. He's looking great. He is, and I'm not sure if Daniel Jones is a really good quarterback. I'm not ready to say that quite yet, but he's playing really well. So hopefully he can continue. Jonathan Taylor is still him, though. I love Jonathan Taylor. I think he is still the cornerstone of this offense. Continue to feed him. Continue to get him the ball because he is the best athlete you have on your roster. And I don't know if I like this defense. Do I like it? I really genuinely do not know. I think I just have more questions than answers right now for the Colts. So I'm hoping we get some answers this week, and we'll see what they look like against an LA Rams team that is coming off a brutal loss last week. So for the Rams, call me a hater. I just don't like Kyren Williams. I'm sure he's a fine person off the field, but when I'm watching him, I'm just like, how is he the starting running back for this team? There's certain times where he looks really good, especially against my Seahawks in the years past. He looks good. But then when I'm seeing him, I'm just like, why is he the starting running back? I just don't understand how this is the best we got. Anyway, I think their defense is just too good to lose. I think they are going to make the playoffs still. I don't think this team is going to be bad, but they lost horribly last week, and I think their defense is just too good to lose that way. So they will figure it out. I 100% believe that. Stafford just has to not mess up. Stafford's one of those quarterbacks that once or twice a week when he's playing, he will randomly throw the ball to the other team. And I've said this for years. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's just trying to make the play or he's just not seeing defenders sometimes, but we'll see. We'll see what Stafford's got. I do have the Rams giving the Colts their first loss of the year. I got the Rams 27, Colts 24. This is a tough game to call, guys. I love it, though. I love it, and I will be tuning in for every single play in this game. Our next game is the Jacksonville Jaguars at the San Francisco 49ers. So for the Jaguars, 40 passes. 40 last week. I do not understand that, and you only score 17 points. How does that happen? I genuinely do not know. You need to figure it out. You need to figure out your offense ASAP. Absolutely. I'm not sure. I know it's a rookie head coach, but I'm not sure what they want to be because Travis Etienne, he just needs to be used better. I'm not sure what the run game is doing. He didn't run for a lot last week, but I don't think he was utilized properly. I just don't know what this team wants to do offensively, and I think their defense just looks fun. They're running around. They're getting after the ball a lot, and I like what I'm seeing from this defense. But for the offense, I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing I forget the head coach's name. I'm not seeing what made him so good when he was in Tampa as the offensive coordinator. So he needs to incorporate some of that. Make this offense a little bit more fun. Get Travis Hunter involved just in the backfield, just trying to get him the ball. Get your playmakers the ball in space. We finally saw a good play from Brian Thomas Jr. I like what I saw. Just 40 passes for 17 points. I just don't understand that. Figure your shit out. Next to the Niners, I am 1,000% convinced this team is fucking cursed, guys. And I don't like saying the F word on this channel sometimes, but man, this team is absolutely cursed. I just don't understand how you are this injured. And I remember last year when I made my preseason predictions, and I told everybody, I said this team was so benefited by not getting key injuries. And guess what? Ever since I said that, I'm a messiah. I'm correct. They are so injured now. And can I take it back? Can I take the curse back? I'm not gonna, because Niners, I'm not a fan of you. So kick rocks anyway. But I feel bad for the players. Like, I don't want you guys to get hurt. I want my best against your best every single week. Absolutely. That's how I like to watch football. But I don't know. This team's cursed, guys. They have the injury bug, and the bug is a damn plague on this team. I think their system is ideal for any quarterback. And I know that is controversial because everybody is a Brock Purdy fan apparently these days, but I think they're a system that is beneficial for any quarterback that goes into the system. Mac Jones, we didn't see this when he was in New England. Maybe his first year we saw it and he was decent, but we didn't see this. And he looks like he's got a resurgence. I don't think he's going to be taking over for Brock when Brock is healthy. By no means do I think that, but it kind of seems like a system thing. I think McCaffrey is mid so far this year. I know he's coming off a lot of injuries. His body has just worn and torn. He's just not looking like the same thing, but at the same time, I don't trust Jacksonville whatsoever. I got the Niners in this one, even with all the injuries. I got the Niners 23, Jaguars 17. I hope the Jaguars prove me wrong. I hate the Niners too, man. Our next game is the Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs, the battle of the ones and twos. So we'll see about this one. So for the Ravens, Derrick Henry, you have to get your shit together. I have him in fantasy. Stop fumbling the ball. Stop trying to make me lose every single week in fantasy. Derrick Henry, please get your shit together, my friend. Lamar is playing way too well. I don't understand how this team is 1-2. Oh, yes. Actually, I do. Because they keep fumbling the ball and because their defense is trash. Their defense is awful. I don't like what I'm seeing. Week 1, we should have noticed it when they just squandered their lead to the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills, really good team. But last week, what was the excuse? Lions, also a really good team, so I get that. But you need to prove yourself against these really good teams. So get your shit together on defense, and Derrick Henry, hold on to the damn ball, bro. Please, for the love of God, for the love of my fantasy team. As for Kansas City, just hire Chris Collinsworth so I can get him off my TV screen on Sundays. He is nothing against the guy. I don't know him personally, so I can't really say. But he's just the commentator I hate listening to. He is just so annoying. He's just... And I don't like to use vulgar language sometimes, but he's just dick riding. He's dick riding Mahomes, and I just hate it every single time. Oh, Patrick Mahomes is doing this, doing that. And I'm just like, move on. Just stop talking about Mahomes like he is God tier. And I get it. Mahomes is the best quarterback probably still in the league. He still gets shit done. He's been to the last, 3 Super Bowls in a row. And I think 4 of the last 5 Super Bowls. So just... I don't like listening to it every single week. It makes me mute the TV. And last week when they were going in against the Giants, I completely just turned off the game because I don't want to listen to him. It's awful to listen to. But like I said, nothing against the guy personally. I just don't like listening to him commentate. And honestly, who cares? This team is going to be fine. This team is going to make playoffs. They're 1-2. Even if they lose this game, go 1-3, they're still going to make playoffs. This team is inevitable. They are so damn annoying. My only gripe, they need to figure out their run game. Patrick Mahomes is still their leading rusher. I don't understand why that is a thing, but they need to figure it out, absolutely. And unfortunately, I think the Ravens defense is going to continue to struggle. I got the Chiefs in this one. I got the Chiefs 24, Ravens 23. I pray to God the Ravens beat this Chiefs team because I'm so sick of them. I hope they lose and they never make the playoffs again because I'm just done. I'm done with this Chiefs team. Our next game is the Chicago Bears. On a lighter note, our next game is the Chicago Bears at the Las Vegas Raiders. So for the Bears, I think that might have been Caleb's best game of his NFL career, but I think that is only because the Cowboys do not have a pass rush. Shocker. You traded probably the best pass rusher you guys have had in many years, some would say, and now you have zero pass rush, and Caleb thrived last week. So I think if that can continue to happen, they're going to be fine, but you're going against Max Crosby, so good luck this week. DeAndre Swift, where is he? I haven't seen him. He's playing awful, and granted, I think a lot of that has to do with the offensive scheme. It just does not fit him quite yet. They need to figure out more ways to get Swift the ball 100%. I need to see it way, way, way more. As for the Raiders, I don't know what this team is. I don't know what this team wants to be. Do you want to be a run-heavy team? Because I haven't seen you try to be that yet. Do you want to be a pass-heavy team? We saw that 2 weeks ago where Geno threw 3 interceptions, but then we saw it this week. He threw 3 touchdowns, and they weren't even close to winning that game. So I don't know what this team wants to be. Your defense has to be better, but I just don't understand how this team wants to win games. I don't follow what the Raiders are trying to do. So I don't know. Is Genty going to struggle every single week? Is he going to be the running back that everybody thought he was going to be coming out of the draft? Maybe, but I don't know. And you know what I keep doing? I keep predicting the Raiders to win every single week because I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I don't know why. They keep letting me down, but I got the Raiders, guys. I got the Raiders 27, Bears 23. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this game, but that's who I got. Now we get to the meat and potatoes, guys. We get to the Green Bay Packers. Micah Parsons return to the Dallas Cowboys. Sunday Night Football. This is going to be awesome. This is must-see TV. We will all be tuning into this game to see Micah thrive against Dak Prescott. So for the Packers, regain this week. You might have been looking ahead, but that was a dog shit loss last week. Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. You cannot lose a game like that. That was awful to watch. Jordan Love, is he hurt? Maybe. I don't know. What's the excuse then? I'm genuinely asking. What is the excuse for your offense to look that bad? I get it. You're going against the Browns defensive line, which is phenomenal. It is tremendous to watch, but I don't understand how you're that bad. How you can only score 10 points. Honestly, you need to figure your shit out. Josh Jacobs, he has to be better. And you guys talked about going undefeated. You guys talked about being the best team in the NFC, best team in the league. You have to figure it out against good teams, good defenses like that. You cannot play like that again. That was awful to watch. And I don't expect them to struggle this week. So we'll see. As for the Cowboys, no pass rush at all. I've mentioned it a couple times now. Absolutely no pass rush. I do not expect them to get a pass rush this week. And I think Jordan Love should thrive this week, 1,000%. I think Dak is just trying to do too much again. He tries to be Superman, and that's when the interceptions happen. That's when he just starts throwing it to the other team, and he continues to be a struggle bus. So they need to figure it out. No CD. I think it's GG to the season for no CD because you don't have Micah, you don't have CD. Just your most dynamic players are just not on your team, like being able to play. And Micah's been traded to this Green Bay Packers team. I think this team is done. I think they need to regain. In my opinion, I would. It's a flea market in Dallas. I'm selling everybody, getting draft picks, getting ready for the future. I got the Packers big in this one. I got the Packers 2 scores. Packers 34, Cowboys 20. I don't expect this game to be close whatsoever, and I expect Micah Parsons to be in the backfield often. Now we have our doubleheader for Monday Night Football. I don't know why they keep doing this because I just don't know why they're doing it, but we'll see. So the Monday evening game is the New York Jets at the Miami Dolphins. The battle of 0-3s as well. Holy shit, I probably won't watch most of this game. So for the Jets, they need Justin Fields just to be mid. Just for them to be mid as a team. Their offense is awful without him. And I'm not trying to poo-poo on Tyrod Taylor, but they just look awful. And I don't understand why they don't know how to use Breece Hall. Breece Hall needs to request a trade. He needs to go anywhere else so somebody else can use him because the Jets don't know how. They don't know how to use him. And was this defense supposed to be good? I feel like people were saying that in the offseason, that this defense was supposed to be good. This defense is not good. And I'm not sure if Sauce is anywhere what he used to be, because I know Tariq Woolen and Sauce were battling for defensive MVP, or excuse me, defensive rookie of the year, their rookie years, but both of them have really fallen off recently, and I just don't like what I'm seeing from either one of them. So I don't know if this defense was supposed to be good, but they're awful. They're really, really bad. As for the Dolphins, when are they going to fire their head coach? And like I keep saying, I don't like asking for a guy's job, but you need a culture change. This team does not respect themselves. They don't respect their coach. They don't respect anything about this organization. You need to clean house. Trade everybody. This team is a flea market. Get rid of everybody. Get rid of the head coach. Start from scratch. You guys really screwed yourselves when you fired Brian Flores. Genuinely believe that. And you put a curse on your team. And Tua's not the guy. Brian Flores was right. Tua is not the guy. And I hate to say it, but it is what it is. I just really, really sucks for this team. So I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this game. Both these teams are shit. I got the Dolphins, I guess. I got the Dolphins 28, Jets 27. I really don't know. I don't know if Justin Fields is going to play this week. If he does, maybe the Jets win. But who really cares? Both these teams suck. And now for Monday Night Football, it's the Cincinnati Bengals at the Denver Broncos, and we were so robbed of such a potentially tremendous game for Monday Night Football on this day when it could have been Joe Burrow versus Bo Nix, two good quarterbacks. One great quarterback, one good quarterback. It just really sucks. I'm so sad for Joe, honestly. So for the Bengals, you have to trade for literally any quarterback at this point. Sign Jameis. See if Marcus Mariota is available. If Jaden Daniels can get healthy. Literally anybody else. Maybe see if the Browns are willing to get rid of one of their rookies. Maybe trade for Joe Milton out of Dallas. Anybody is better than Jake Browning. Genuinely, he was awful last week. Just like I said, this team gave up last week. They have to figure out something. They need to get the offensive line together so they can run the ball. They need to figure something out, for the love of God, because this team, Joe Burrow, deserves better. He deserves better, guys. I love Joe Burrow, and he deserves better for sure. They need to take care of the damn football. Absolutely. So many turnovers last week. It felt like, because I usually watch NFL Red Zone, that way I can tune into every single game that's going on. It was every single other play. Scott Hansen was like, another fumble, another interception, fumble, interception. It just kept going back and forth. And I was like, are they going to score 50 on the Bengals? Or excuse me, are the Bengals going to get 50 scored on them? And they almost did. It was awful. It was just awful to watch. I just think this offense is absolutely nothing without Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is the cog that makes this engine work. And this team is just awful. It's just awful without him. Without handsome Joe. I hate it. I hate it for this team. As for the Broncos, I just need to see more from Bo Nix. I wasn't particularly happy with what I saw last week, but I think Joe Nix got Joe Burrow on my mind. I think Bo Nix is fine. I think he's gonna have some growing pains. It's still his sophomore year. I expected a sophomore slump from him, but I'm hoping to see more from him for sure. And I think you need to continue feeding J.K. Dobbins. I think he is a bright spot on this team, and I'm excited to see more. I think this defense is good, and I think this team is going to be fine. And I kind of still do expect this team to make the playoffs, but I expect them to win this game, absolutely. I don't expect the Bengals to score a lot of points against this Broncos defense because their defense is good. I got the Denver Broncos 31, Bengals 20. And ladies and gentlemen, that does it for week 4 in the NFL. Those are my predictions. What do you think? Which games are you excited for? If you're excited for the Miami Dolphins versus the New York Jets, I feel bad for you, son, but it is what it is. You got to root for your team, man. Even when my Seahawks are bad, I'm still there. I'm still rooting for them. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much, and I will catch you guys in week 5 next week.